Hi there, this video will be a little different. As you have probably seen, there are some narcissists and predatory manipulators in general that come forward to find answers and tell their story. Or they say they want to change and stop abusing people. Or they have realized they can get supply from targets needing answers. I'm not sure if these manipulating predatory types can change. Maybe they can if they believe in a higher power and are worried about the eternal suffering they will experience in the afterlife for their actions, whatever spiritual path they follow. Though again, most narcissists think they are God, or like Lucifer would try to overthrow God, so I don't know how they can follow anything sincerely. Anyway, I'm going to attempt to outline how a recovering narcissist or any predatory manipulator could begin to make amends for their sick actions, if even possible. You must honestly want to do the right thing first in any case. Following these points, I believe, are imperative on your path to healing, or salvation, or whatever you want to call it. What you need to realize is even after everything you have done to hurt people, some may still forgive you, if you can be truly sincere. It is this good nature and empathic people that you tried to destroy, but you can't, we just don't forget anymore. Even if no one forgives you, then you'll have to learn to live with their decisions, and realize they have that right after you hurt them so deeply. Just know that people respect the truth, and this can take you a long way with an empath. Also, a lot of people may hate you after this cleansing. You may be ostracized in a lot of ways. Just know that is what would have happened all along if you told the truth about your manipulations. You can't avoid it. Avoiding it is what got you here in the first place. You must experience the repercussions of your faults to learn and progress past them. Maybe then you can save yourself. Anyway, this list are the things I believe you need to do in order to begin clearing your conscience and making amends, or to save your soul. 1. You need to record a video with a clear image of yourself explaining your true intentions in life. List everyone you have hurt in your abusive history. Outline every detail of how you manipulated and tortured your targets. The devil is in the details. Also outline why you want to stop abusing and what brought about your change of heart. Be sincere, if you know what that concept means. Upload this video to YouTube, then share it on your Facebook and other social media every day for 2 weeks. Then once a week for 6 months after that, to make sure everyone you know sees it. Never take this video off YouTube. Your whole recovery and spiritual healing will entail you walking through the fire you have set upon others. The truth will sting but cleanse you. There is no getting off scot-free on any situation you have purposely manipulated and hurt others in. You cannot lie to karma about these instances either, so be honest or it will be meaningless, and you will expose your narcissistic nature for nothing. On a side note, maybe you should make a separate video for every major target so you can fully outline each case separately. This would allow you to do each target justice in explanation without a 3-hour-long video. Your video, or videos, will also help us understand this issue at large. You will be beginning to help people after this stage already, as long as it's sincere and you don't omit any details. This is a great first step. 2. You need to get your family member, or someone close to text or private message every single person you have ever targeted and direct them to this video or videos. There will be no contact with you, but you must make a sincere effort to make the video known to these people and then leave them alone forever. Do not let your ego get in the way. You do not deserve acknowledgement or any thank yous. Maybe years after you have succeeded in fully making amends and demonstrated real change, then some targets will contact and grant you this, but do not expect it or feel slighted by them not responding. You have no moral high ground where you are currently standing. 3. You need to correct all the false narratives you have spread about your targets. I know you can remember everyone you have lied to and used as a flying monkey. You remember every little bad thing a target does, so put that memory to good use. You need to, again, make a sincere and vast attempt to correct the lies you have let linger, grow and fester. This will be very embarrassing, calling everyone you have used to abuse people, but you must bear it. Walk through the fire, no ifs or buts. You must do your best to restore your target's name and honor in the eyes of every onlooker you ever involved. This is imperative. You involved others to do your dirty work and create ambient abuse, so now you must involve them to make amends as best as possible. Your targets may not be perfect people either, but let their imperfections be their own, not imposed falsely. Their imperfections do not outweigh the truth. You also must dispel the negative narratives you have allowed your charmed circle to exist in. Every member of the charmed circle know the truth deep down, and you, being the controller, must make it apparent. You are the Pied Piper, so lead these people to the truth, or you will be responsible karmically in part for their soul's suffering as well. This will only add to your own purgatory and torture in the afterlife. 4. You must learn to be honest, embarrassed, vulnerable, wrong, accountable, and all the other negative or uncomfortable emotions and states you projected onto others. These emotions and states are scary, I know, but this is the nightmare you have inflicted on your targets. Actually, your targets experienced an amplified version of these emotions and states since they have been gaslit. No, they do not deserve it and can't place the blame where it belongs. You must understand and let the course of truthful history take place. You have perverted truth, love, and nature. You have inverted the universal law of action and reaction in too many situations, creating alternate timelines and life paths for your targets only to avoid your own accountability. No one has the right to dictate another person's sovereignty and freedoms to escape their own truths. You must pay this debt back, or believe me, you will suffer by your own hand. Every lie is a cross to bear. What matters now is who is holding the cross. 5. If you have stolen anything or hurt anyone physically, you will need to make amends for this as well. You will need to go to the police and explain what you have done. You will need to be accountable criminally for any physical abuse you have inflicted. You must return through the police or repay anything you have stolen and be accountable for this as a crime as well. Even if nothing criminally acknowledged has taken place, you should contact the police anyway and inform them about your abusive tendencies. This will prevent you having the option of returning to covert abuse of any new targets. You must seek clinical and spiritual help for your affliction and genuinely try to change and heal. I know this will be hard, but it is the only answer. Also, if the police decide you must be removed from society, then you will have to accept this fate and try to earn your freedom again through positive progress. Again, you are not being unjustly persecuted. Remember, all of this would have happened if you had been honest about your predatory manipulative ways in the first place. You are just letting the truth take its course, and this is the truth. Actions have consequences, positive or negative is not up to you to decide. If you don't want negative reactions, then you shouldn't have done such negative things. You must comprehend this fact and accept your fate whatever may come. You can control your fate only by your willingness to change and be a positive influence on the world. Also, if you have custody of children, you will return them to the other parent and make sure they have a home and enough money to live on, even if this means giving your home to them 100% and finding something new. You will need to sincerely ask yourself and a psychologist if you can be a positive influence on your child's life. If not, you will need to remove yourself from your child's life in the most comfortable way for them possible. This will need to be indefinite until you can fully heal. You must never ask anything of the other parent. In the future, if through mediation that is voluntary for both parties, if you can somehow prove positive, sincere change, then they may choose to go low contact for the child's sake, but you have no say over this ever again. 6. You will need to pursue a life of actively helping people. A selfless existence to replenish your good karma. People will actually respect you for this. You will finally feel what it means to earn respect instead of taking it by force. If your intentions are true, and again, sincere, then I believe your soul will move on to a positive place. I personally believe your own conscience dictates your afterlife. All the data of all your actions is stored in your deep memory, and you will be judging your own lifetime's intentions in the final moment. If you cannot accept your own actions, your soul will be stuck in a nightmare afterlife trying to comprehend and make amends for what you have done. If your conscience is clear, you will drift off in a sweet dream to experience a contentment derived from the pureness of your loving intentions. This is why narcissists' controlling public perception means nothing in the long run. You and your target will always know the truth, and you will judge yourself on your final breath. No one you have tricked will judge you in the end, not even your targets, only yourself. So, it's either you follow these points or you seal your fate of eternal suffering. You will not escape it. I know this intuitively. The laws of nature you have inverted will catch up to you. You will end up alone, and it will be too late to make amends. Then you will die, and I believe continue to suffer for an eternity. If you cannot stop your urges for supply, then you will need to find positive ways to generate it. Maybe you could help expose other predators for supply, in other words, I respect and positive feedback. Maybe even be employed by an organization to expose them as this abuse becomes more widely known and studied. Like a forger working for the FBI to catch other forgers. There would be positive outlets for your calculated abilities somewhere. Lastly, I feel that if you are honest about yourself and your intentions, then people would learn to accept you, as long as you weren't imposing and ruining others' lives. Hiding your negative daily thoughts is creating so many situations of abuse. I think people would rather just know what they are dealing with. It's not weak to be honest about your emotions, no matter what they are. Narcissists don't respect empaths and say they are overly emotional. Ask yourself this: would you rather people constantly lied to you about how they are feeling, never being able to gauge the situation around you? Or would you rather know where people stand and make informed decisions? This is what you deprive your targets of. It's not that hard to understand why society wouldn't work if we all hid our intentions. So all I can say is choose wisely. Goodbye.